What was our top leg is going to loop into the strap, taking one end into each hand. Shoulders on top of wrists, hips on top of knees. Start to kick back through the leg and pull it in. So the leg that was our top leg is now moving. We've got one end of the strap in each hand, and our leg is looped through the strap. So it's on the arch of the foot. You press back in space and then tap in. No change in the spine. Still nice and stable there. A little dip in the low back, tall in the arms. We can exhale, press, inhale to return. All right. Okay, we'll do a few more like this. I want you to find that spot underneath the glute where it meets the hamstring. That's where I want you to push from. Okay, one more. You can stay here or we add on. Start to hover the opposite hand off. This next reach, you reach long in opposition and then bend the elbow and knee in. Okay, it's a reach long and in. Everything stays squared off to the mat, shoulders and hips. It's like our bird dog, just a little extra resistance. So now we're finding glutes as well as upper body reaching. Try not to let that shoulder reach up towards the ear as you reach. Okay, we've got 3 more. Really getting longer with each reach. Think longer before you think lifting up. 2. Okay. Last one, we hold out. Slide arm and leg out to the side, creating half an X, and then back into center. We slide it out and center. You really need to press out of that bottom hand, bottom shin, to stay nice and tall. Think core lifting up away from the mat. Woo! Amazing. Let's do 2. Feeling how obliques are trying to keep us level as we slide the limbs away from the torso and back in. Now drop down onto that elbow that was reaching. Grab onto the strap with the opposite hand. So both ends are in that hand now. And open up through that top leg. From here, start to kick it forward and then tap down. Circle it back in line with the body. Lift up high diagonal. So it's a circle forward, start to tap towards the floor. Slide it back and up. All right, so hips are open now towards the side of the room. Chest is slightly open as well. Okay, finding some external rotation in the hip as well as a beautiful circumduction. Finding this big circle. Okay, trying to keep lower back stable. As you kick forward, we're not rounding through lower back. And as you kick the leg up and back, we are not arching, right? Feels like more glute as you kick back in line with the body, more core resisting as you kick forward. Let's do one more in this direction. Amazing. Now bring it back in line with the body. Now it lowers in line with the body, slices across the floor. Then use the outside of the glute, back of the leg to kick it back in line with the body. All right, this direction's a little bit more challenging because you can't use momentum to kick the leg back in line with the body, but it's a little bit more challenging to get it back there from this far position. Using the breath, inhaling, lowering to slice out, and then exhale, feeling back of the leg to glide it back. Beautiful work. Let's do 2 more here. Still nice and long at the back of the neck. Last one. And lower down. Wonderful. Now we come to face the side we were just laying on. Our top leg loops through the middle of the band. Ends of the bands come in both hands. stacking into hands and knees, we start to press that leg out and then back in. Right? Pressing back behind us and in. So we're tall in the arms here. There's a little dip in the lower back. Okay, and that stays stable as we move through this entire sequence. And that's the core stability aspect. We can exhale, kick behind us. Inhale, glide in. Okay. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more and then we'll start to add on, feeling that area underneath the glute where it meets the hamstring. Okay, last one like this. You can either stay here or we're going to start to add the opposite arm. So it starts to hover, elbow hugs in, and then as the leg goes back, it shoots out in front of you. And then in. Okay, check in on what happened to the spine there. Were there changes? Often when we start to add the arm, we'll kind of lose the control and the ribs will start to dip towards the mat. They'll flare. We'll start to drop through the abdominals. So just check in, see what's happening, and reset if you need. When it gets challenging, we think about how the core can help us. That belt cinches around lower abdominals as you reach the limbs away. And then back in, keeping that shoulder away from the ear. Okay. You can think press from underneath the armpit as you reach. Okay, on this next one, we will hold the limbs out nice and long, holding out. Now you glide them into an X and then back center. Okay, gliding to an X. Inhale, reach. Exhale, use the obliques, pull it back center. Okay, so everything stays squared off. Limbs just go into this half X shape and then back. Staying nice and tall on that supporting arm, I know. Okay, let's do 3 more. Reaching, pulling it back in. You can feel that hug of the inner thigh in and that press of the outer thigh out. Last one. Okay, bring it back center, drop down to that elbow that was reaching, and then take both ends in the opposite hand. Open up through the hips. We're going to start to kick the leg forward and then circle it down on the mat in line with the body, kick it up to the side. Okay, so it circles up and around, tap, then slide across the floor back in line with the body, and then up. Drawing big circles with this hip. I'm gonna grab on with both hands because now I'm sweating and it's slippery. So if you need to do the same, be my guest. Just check in on shoulders, make sure they're away from the ears. And we've got that long, beautiful line at the back of the body. We should feel supporting glute on this side as well. That bottom glute might be burning just as much as the top. Let's do 2 more. And reach. Last one. We've got to reverse it, remember. Let's not forget. We lift it up high. Now you drop it in line with the body. Slice it, kick it forward across the floor. Then circle up and around and back. Lower. All right, we really have to use side of bum and then back of the leg to get the leg back in line with the body. And up and back. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more. Staying tall and open on that bottom side leg, even when glute gets tired. Pressing out away from the mat. Amazing. Let's do 1 more. Ooh, that breath. And then pull it all the way in.